So I was having my devotion today and I realized I'm an ordained minister. Because I guess ordained is a Greek word that means command, to command, and minister in the Greek is diakonos, which is the same as that we get deacon and minister. So I've been commanded to serve because that diakonos means to serve. It's a servant of a king. So an ordained minister is one who's been commanded to serve the king. So I'm an ordained minister. But start thinking, okay, well, where's my flock? Where's my church? Where am I going to minister to people? And that's when the Lord comes to me and says, I've given you plenty of people to minister to. But you got to start with the priority, and the priority is your wife. You got to go there and serve your wife, because a minister is a servant. So serve your wife. Minister to her. Basically, seek the Lord together as one unit. And then your children. Ed just brought up the whole thing about how many of the mighty men of God in the Bible were just really bad at passing on the knowledge of God to their children. I mean, I think about as first one that stands out is Isaac. I mean, Isaac had his son Esau, who the Lord hated, and who kept referring, anytime he referred to God, he referred to him as your God, not my God. And then Jacob was a piece of work too. So Isaac wasn't the best at, and he was having his devotion. He's out in the field meditating before the Lord when Rebecca comes. But ultimately, he ends up not passing that on to his kids all that well. And Jacob had some issues. Eventually, God kind of wrestled him into submission and changed his name to Israel. And then he had a bunch of kids. And by the time he was at that point, he was serving God pretty well. But, I mean, think about the fact that 5 of his sons were arguing with the other 5 about whether they should sell one of their brothers into slavery or throw them in a pit and leave them to die. So they weren't exactly didn't pass on too well to them either. Not until later, and God started bringing them together and forging them into a people. But it's the same with David. I mean, you look at David with Solomon. He tried to pass it on to Solomon, and Solomon sought the Lord, but then he fell. He fell away from the Lord. Absalom, he had a lot of kids, and he just didn't model the walk with the Lord that he was known for, seeking the Lord constantly, admitting what he's wrong. And it just that just didn't catch on with his kids. And yet all these people, they're all Jesus's ancestors. So the Lord's put it on my heart as an ordained minister to focus on ministering to my wife first. Focus on ministering to my children second. And then whoever he brings to me. And that brings up the point of looking at the news. I used to look at the news all the time, look at everything that's going on. You see things. I see all these comments about people going, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Man, the end of the world is coming. And they're losing their minds. And I'm sitting here saying, okay, well, yeah, it's really interesting. And I'm paying attention. And it's really exciting to watch. And God's saying, why are you paying attention to what I'm doing? That's my scope of work. Your scope of work is to minister to the people that I've given you. And when you're watching me work and focusing on that and obsessing with that, you're not doing your job. So do your job, focus on your work, get to work. So, that's what I learned in my devotion today. So, God bless you and have a great one.